I finally got the GoPro to work. This is August 23rd at P&L Paintball. I drove basically an hour and a half to get there that day. It was the first time I've ever been to that field. It's in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. I actually was going to go the year before, but I missed out, so I made a point to get there this year. It is a large-scale game that plays with over 100 people. This was game 1, so I was all amped up on adrenaline here. Watch this little paint splatter come hit the screen. So, first game of the day, it is defenders versus attackers. The defenders are starting in a large fort, and they're being attacked from 2 angles. And the map has 8 flags. There are 4 flags in the fort, 4 flags outside of the fort, and the idea is that the game is going to keep going until all the flags are of one color. We got these cool little hopper colors to tell everyone what team we were on. I was on Team Blue. Take my first hit there. So this is where things got really, really crazy. After you get out, you tag up in the back, and then you just come right back in. So I was told to either check out the hallways for a lot of action or avoid the hallways if you're not into the action. So I went upstairs and went to one of the fabled ramps. The ramps are these really, really tight corridors, which you don't normally see in paintball. You get the sense that there's a lot of action going on based on all the people that are kind of hanging out. Here's the flag that's currently at Blue, and we're trying to defend it. I'm going to let this next part kind of speak for itself. Listen to the shot that we're taking at the wall. This is interesting because if we get out here, then they know that there are less people in this hallway. There's a hallway to my left that is getting held down really tight. So we're just kind of waiting it out, and we're going to go for opportunities, but not if it means getting out. Mike, is your camera dirty? There we go.
I just cleaned my lens.
You gotta watch their overhead videos of this field. It's called Ghost Town, and this little clip from their YouTube channel gives you an idea. We're at the top right-hand corner. I went up the ramp, went down the hallway, and we're defending from this big woods assault, basically to the west or the top of it.
3 on that pinwheel. All right, ready?
It cannot be understated how filthy it is getting at this point, from just the paint being splattered on the windows and raining down on us. I think you even heard a guy at one point saying, "It's raining."
Yep. Woo! Yeah, they see me.
I am shocked I didn't get hit there. That beam in the window saved my life.
Holy mother of God. Woo! Yep. Oh, hit.
Watch that again in slow motion. Check it out. You can actually see the ball coming midair there, and then it hits the lens of the camera right there. It's amazing that the camera got it. The fact that it was just this single frame just is a testament to how fast they're flying. The rates are about 280 feet per second. So I went out after that, and by the time I was able to come back in, the game had actually ended, and we had lost the flags. I couldn't get back in. So now we switch. Second game of the day. We had just had like a pretty good long lunch break, And so now we are attacking by starting in the forest. Jumping ahead, this is what it was like to attack from the outside. The fort is to the left, and then there's this big field of barrels basically out in the open. They did something really interesting. The red team actually pushed out into that barrel area very fast, and our team, just for some reason, either didn't take it or got pushed back very quickly. The rest of this video is us attempting to hold this ground, even though our job was to actually take the fort. It was very, very challenging. And right here, I take a bounce off the ground and it hits my hopper. Check this out. I'm going to circle. You can't really see anything there, but it's actually, the ball is hitting the ground, and then you see this little light shimmer up. That's the ball hitting the ground and bouncing back up. And I didn't even know this had happened in the game. Here it comes. It's going to hit the hopper, the loader on the top of the gun, and then just pow. I didn't call that hit because I didn't even see it happen. That would be considered cheating, but I'm going to be 100% honest. I didn't even realize it had happened. If I had known it had happened, then I would have just walked out. I'm really good about calling my hits because I know how frustrating it can be if you hit somebody and they don't call it out. This area is getting me frustrated, so I decide to move up. I see some brush up ahead, and I know I can tuck into it really tight. Unfortunately, there are some really good shots that I've taken, but I don't have a camera at the end of the barrel with any kind of zoom function, so it's really hard for me to zoom in to show you like exactly what I'm seeing and where my shots are landing throughout the video.
Watch the containers!
I take a hit here. I actually don't remember where it hit me. I don't even hear it in the video, but I must have gotten it.
That's not getting there. You're moving right!
In my unprofessional opinion, I think this was our team's biggest problem that day, was that the red team was smart. They kept pushing to the tape line, basically the edge of the map, and then they would push from the tape, because then when you do that, you don't have to worry about getting attacked from out of bounds. I feel like every time they would push out to that tape line or move out to the side, there's another hit, we would just start getting flanked. Trying to be aggressive here. Push up. I can already tell this is a bad idea because of the hole in the fence. You can see right in front of me there's the flags. Our blue flag was still up, but you can see that the red flag was getting raised.
Ow, what the
I'm getting frustrated at this point because now I'm starting to get hit from an area that I feel like I had just ran from, which in hindsight I now realize was because we were getting pushed even farther back in the middle. We were actually getting pierced through the middle, almost like a blitzkrieg. By the way, don't recommend going on a log wall like this, but basically there was a guy to my 2 o'clock, you can kind of see him on the right there, who was watching this structure in front of me, and I was seeing a lot of guys coming up and pushing to the right and we're very, very close to the tape line at this point. So I'm just squatting down, very, very exposed on my back, not really holding hard cover, but I realize that I can take these really cheeky shots at their feet, and so I'm actually getting them from below the structure. Not great shots because, again, I don't have a camera at the end of the barrel, but I was actually doing pretty well here and holding them. There was a flag in front of us at one point, but we weren't able to hold that one either. We were just slowly losing flags throughout the whole day. All right, I get out at one point. The camera wasn't on for it. Pick up my stuff. I had a rock in my shoe that I had to shake out. Still just filthy. I have to remember now to clean the lens more often while I'm doing this.
Oh yeah, they're coming in hot!
And here was the final push of the second game. We suddenly realized that at spawn, we are now getting pushed from the enemy team into our own spawn. This video does not show the fact that there were at least a dozen, if not more, people behind me just not doing anything and didn't even realize what was happening until I started shouting.
Ow.
That's because I just got shot in the neck. That didn't feel great. I have protection all over my body, but what's the one spot I didn't cover to that day? That's right. It was my neck. This part felt weird because it's like, okay, I'm back at the spawn. People are shooting me at the spawn. I guess I'll shoot from the spawn. So if I get hit, am I out? I don't really know how to interpret what's happening at this point. It felt very scrambled, which I think is how our team felt. We were all hyped up at the beginning like any other player would be, and then they just did not go in our favor. Blue had a hard time. Our team is holding a flag on the far left. I can't get there in time. I see people rushing forward because they're feeling very bold at this point. And there's the whistle. When I actually looked at the flag, the red flag was getting pulled up, but the blue flag was still also up. But I think at that point it was mercy. I shake my head in frustration, wipe my stuff off, and call it a day. I think they played another game afterwards. So yeah, it was a really fun time. Hoping to do it again soon. Big games are really fun. Small games on the weekends are really great too. Yeah, so if you enjoyed, let me know.